Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today I wanted to talk about bloating because I've struggled a lot with it after my eating disorder recovery, and I just wanted to give you guys some tips that help me reduce it. So first things first, feeling bloated is not the same as water retention. I know a lot of people will say they're feeling bloated when they're actually just feeling full or might have just been feeling puffy after eating too much salt the day before, but when I say bloating, I'm talking about the painful extension of your stomach. Bloating can cause acid reflux, be a very painful experience, and is usually caused by excess gas in your digestive system. I don't know if I can say for sure if my eating disorder is what messed up my gut, but I definitely feel like it has a role in everything that has just gone wrong. So anyways, I wanted to give you guys some tips. So here are 5 tips that have helped me reduce my bloating. So first off, I went to the doctor about 2 years ago and I figured out that I had some food intolerances. So my first tip for you is to figure out which foods are harder for your body to digest. And you can do this by taking a food intolerance test. You can go to your doctor, or you can keep a personal journal of how you're feeling after certain meals. This is something that I have been doing recently, and I think it has helped me beyond just the intolerance test that I took 2 years ago, because that intolerance test told me I was intolerant to dairy, to eggs, to I think like baker's yeast, brewer's yeast, a few other things. But in keeping a personal journal, I figured out that I struggle with digesting mushrooms, onions, garlic, but I really recommend writing down how you feel after eating certain things, because while a test can tell you one thing, you know how you feel yourself. So keep that in mind. I also figured out that I might have IBS just from kind of keeping a track of my personal symptoms. And I have a hard time digesting very fibrous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, onions, garlic. I think what's helped me the most is, like I said, keeping track of what I eat and how I feel. My second tip, and this kind of plays in part to reducing foods that cause gas, is I actually cut out soda and I've reduced my intake of soda water. A lot of people think that when you have like an upset stomach, you should drink soda. And honestly, that's wrong, because soda can further irritate your stomach lining, and it's carbonated, so that gas can just increase the gas in your digestive tract. You know, if you're drinking something that's producing gas, you're just gonna get more bloated and more uncomfortable. Next tip, number 3, which kind of follows the second, is I've been cutting out artificial sugars. And if you know me, I really like Coke Zero. But I read a lot about how artificial sugars could possibly increase bloating, increase digestive issues, and I don't want to say for sure that artificial sugars are necessarily bad, because there's a lot of conflicting information out there. I think personally for myself, I've just noticed a difference when I've reduced them. I used to put sugar-free vanilla in my Starbucks coffee, and I don't do that anymore because I've just noticed a difference by not drinking that kind of stuff. When I think about it, I think the reason I would drink like diet soda and like sugar-free alternatives is because I still have this fear in my mind of calories within beverages. I think one of my biggest fears in eating disorder recovery is liquid calories. So recently, to practice what I've been preaching, I've been challenging that fear as well. And I honestly do think it would be better for me if I do want a sweetened coffee, I should add honey instead, or coconut sugar, or just normal sugar, because that's something my body can actually physically digest. My 4th tip is to chew and eat slower. Now, this tip might seem kind of dumb or just like really, but trust me, it works. Because as I said before, bloating is caused by excess gas in your stomach. So when you chew and eat your food slower, you're less likely to swallow air. Another thing that can help on top of that is eating smaller but more frequent meals. And I think personally, intuitive eating has really helped me overcome this issue of just eating really fast, because in the beginning of my eating disorder recovery, whenever I had a big plate of food in front of me, I would feel very anxious and just feel like I needed to eat all of it and get it out of my sight. And all that stress and all that fast eating, I swallowed a lot of air. Now, because I eat intuitively and I know I can eat more food in 20 minutes, in an hour, I feel comfortable eating slower and I feel more comfortable with the food that's in front of me. Lastly, I've been trying out this tip the last few days and I took inspiration from it after a post Leigh made on her Instagram story. I hope I said that right, by the ways. But I'm going to be linking down her Instagram down below, as well as her YouTube channel. You should check her out because she gives great holistic nutrition advice and I really love her content, so linking that down below. But essentially what the tip is to drink water before and after your meals, but to limit the amount of water you drink during your meals. What she recommended to do instead was to sip on hot water if you're feeling thirsty. The reasoning behind this tip actually makes a lot of sense. If you're chugging a lot of water while you eat, your stomach is going to expand and you're going to feel more full or more bloated. I actually love drinking hot water with my meals. It's a very Asian culture kind of thing, but I've always done that. And I had no idea that there were benefits to drinking hot water while you eat, but apparently it helps with digestion. So I just want you to know it is totally normal and healthy, and there's nothing wrong with getting bloated. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I have more content coming, and I'm just really excited. So thank you for all the support, and thank you again for watching.